Right, ladies and gents, 100% Chelsea. Unfortunately, not at the game this evening, but we've just beaten Paok 1-0. Where should we start, Lou? Do you want to
go? Well, we've won, so I'm not going to be angry about it. I do think it was like you could see that let me start again. You could see the difference between Paok and Chelsea. Like Paok, they did have a couple chances, but the quality just wasn't there, and you did see what the chance they were taking. It was I think Kepa had a very easy game today.
He did look a bit shaky at one point, though. You can I think the physicality, it kind of knocked him a bit. I don't know.
I don't know. I feel for the most part, he didn't. I don't think he had much to deal with until the last 10 minutes, because then they started taking more risks. It was now all or nothing for them. But for the most part, for us, you could see the golf in class, because when it comes to the key points like taking the shot or that final pass or set pieces, they just weren't on the same level as us, and you could just see it. Like there was that set piece at the end where they were just passing it from side to side, and they were moving the ball so slowly without a lot of power, and that's the difference between the Europa League and the Champions League. We're starting to see that, which is why I do understand. I'm sure there's going to be a couple of people who are saying that the performance could have been better, but you got to understand that even with the teams that we're playing, I could understand that maybe we're not going to, as much as we should be going 100% every game, you do understand the next 2 weeks and everything, maybe it makes sense to get the goal and then maybe try and slow down a little bit. I do think players like Ross Barkley, I thought he linked up very well with Willian. I thought Willian was superb today as well. I think Pedro, I hope that injury isn't too bad.
He did look bad, so it looked like a dislocated shoulder, didn't it?
It did look quite bad. He looked
could
like
be him out for Sunday.
Hopefully not, but it looks likely to me.
Yeah, but I mean, talking of Pedro, obviously another big thing for us to talk about.
Yeah.
Ampadu, Hudson-Odoi, trouble with the squad. Many people thought they'd be maybe starting this game. How do we feel about the strong 11? Obviously, it was a difficult game for us. We saw that, like 1-0.
I've just got a little bit to say about that. I wasn't a fan of the fact we played a strong 11. I understand why we played against a strong 11, because we're playing against a fierce team like Paok, and whether their football is fierce or not, that's not what I mean. I mean, like, look at the atmosphere that you got there in Paok. Look at the fans. Look at how little we've got there. And it's quite an intimidating setting. You always get that with Greek football. But so I can understand why we fielded a strong team, but I'm not a fan of it, because one of the reasons why I was actually excited for this Europa League campaign was because I was hoping we'd see a lot more of the youngsters.
Yeah.
But then again, we could still see that. There's many more. Hopefully, we've got 5 more matches in the group. Yeah. We've got 5 more matches in the group, and then hopefully a knockout stage to come after that. I mean,
should be a knockout stage.
Yeah, it's like when we play against BD at home, I really expect then we'll see the youngsters come out to play.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. Scott, mate, what do you think about it?
I think, to touch a bit on the team, I kind of understand your point, but I feel like in the first half, play a semi-strong team. Then maybe in the second half, that's when you bring on your youngsters. So you get that foundation, and maybe we score a couple of goals in the first half. It's comfortable, and then you bring those players on to see if they can improve that.
But that was the issue today. My only real problem with today was the finishing was very questionable. Morata didn't have the best of games. Honestly, I do understand some of the chances he took. He did take them well, and he was unlucky with the finish. But against opposition like that, and with all the chances you're getting, you have to be putting one of them away. And it's a question of how long are we going to keep defending him? I'm not saying it's a crisis or anything like that. We've won. We haven't lost yet this season. But there's still little things you got to look at.
One thing I will say about that is they're probably the strongest team we're going to face in the group, and he's getting those chances against that team. So.
But he's also not putting them away, and we're meant to be on a completely different level.
Well, this is it, and this is why I continue to say it.
Oh, sorry to interrupt you, Louis. It's like one of those things that we always say this: we're meant to be on a different level, but we are on the same level in terms of we're in the same competition.
In terms of in the same competition, but if you look at them as 2 teams, there's an obvious.
Oh, of course, definitely. But we can't get complacent with that sort of thing.
Yeah, no, of course.
Always costs us.
No, but I wouldn't say.
You don't deserve to win every game. It all depends on how you play. But if you look at it as a player to player, we should have been a lot better.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, I wouldn't call it complacency. I think the point that people are raising about Morata, as many people say, it's unquestionable, or you shouldn't be saying that. It's only one game, or that kind of stuff. This hasn't been one game. This has been a consistent issue for months, and if not a year or so.
I think the problem with Morata and like our fans' attitude to him, it's this sort of thing of defending. It's like you can go without defending him, but then there's outright attacking him. Do you get what I mean? With a lot of our fan base, Not necessarily you guys, but a lot of people I've seen.
I get that. The big thing is though, to be honest, he is a Premier League footballer. He is a top level footballer. He's played for Juventus. He's played for Real Madrid.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sorry, but if he can't deal with the pressure, don't play football.
I agree with you.
That's why, because I side with both you guys. I do understand that. Yeah, we have to support the player, and I've been trying to support him, especially the start of the season as well. But the fact is, he is also a £70 million striker.
Oh, exactly. Yeah.
And if you can't handle the pressure of that, then this is a very tough sport.
Yeah, I can respect what you mean by that. For the price tag that we paid for him, he does deserve to be a lot better. He does need to be a lot better.
Well, we haven't heard from Jack yet. I mean, what do you think about it?
I didn't even realise that I was here to say anything. Well, I've got to start thinking of things to say then.
Well, we're talking about the one big thing I'm going to say is,
mate,
because of the camera angle we've got, and I haven't got a very wide lens, you are going to have to stay in that position.
Are you there? Yeah, you can see you.
Okay. So you do not lean forward. Jack, talk about Morata.
Look, I mean, I don't really want to slag off the guy. I mean, yeah, he's not had the best of performances, but I just think it's getting to the point where it's going to become toxic. If we constantly say negative things about it, it's just going to spiral out of control. And to be honest with you, I sort of, I've had this, that and the other to say about Morata, but looking back on it, I realise if I'm slandering him too much, it's not the right way to go about things. At the end of the day, he's probably not going to go in January, if anything. And he could still be the guy who plays and gets you a goal in a massive game. And at the end of the day, if you're going to be saying all his praises as soon as he scores a massive goal. I mean, imagine if we're in Europa League final, he scores 90th minute winner. Do you know what I mean? It's going to be a completely different ball game.
I get that, but the thing for me is, right, and as many people say that I just slate him, of course I want him to do well.
Yeah.
For a prime example, after the Arsenal game, I said, great, you scored a goal, build on it.
Yeah.
He's failed to build on it, so obviously I'm not just gonna sit there and go, oh, it's fine, he'll come around at some point.
I get you.
You can't say that. I want him to do well, but
looking at it like this, my personal opinion is, if you're not up to the mark, then you don't play. Simple as.
Yeah.
That's why I'm happy Giroud's finally playing, because it's forcing him to try and work a bit harder. I mean, that's the only thing I'd say. If he really, really wants to try and show himself and really wants to push his career, then he'll play a lot better in games and he'll play a lot better in training.
This is the thing, because this is now the period where we now have to start seeing some character from Morata. We need to see him dig in, and whenever he gets his next chance again, he actually has to take it. Because after the game against Cardiff, a lot of people are calling for Giroud to start. Yeah. Now that's only going to get stronger because Morata's played against Paok and he's been poor against them. So he needs to dig in now and needs to show why we paid 70 million for him. Because let's be honest, as much as we want to support him, we haven't seen that 70 million player other than in a couple of games maybe.
Yeah. Who would you start? Would you start Giroud against West Ham?
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah.
Look, now the big question is obviously, we're going to see. Pedro seems unlikely to play now. Obviously, as the news develops and everything happens. For example, Lawrence will be telling you in his preview of the game tomorrow. Or tomorrow. Tomorrow, isn't it? Yeah, Friday. Yeah. So Lawrence's preview will come out tomorrow. It seems unlikely that Pedro will play. Willian tonight obviously scored a goal.
Yeah.
Made a great run down the left-hand side. Used the channels well. Put it away very nicely. What would we? I mean, Willian sat on the right-hand side. Is that a good option for us, or do you feel like, maybe we should look at something different?
I think it kind of depends who we start.
Option, really.
I think it depends who we start top. If we play Giroud, I feel we need to play on the right because he can whip those balls across.
Yeah.
Whereas if we're playing Morata, who's probably not as good as in the air, then maybe look to either play him on the left or bring in someone else. I don't know who you'd bring in. Maybe Hudson-Odoi.
Yeah, potentially.
I'd just stick with consistency.
Yeah.
As simple as what we've done in the past 5 games has shown that it's got us maximum points. So I'd stick. Obviously, I think Pedro started in most of, if not all of the games. If I'm right in saying.
I believe so.
I'm trying to think back, and obviously it doesn't look like he's going to play on Sunday at the moment. I don't know. I'd like to see Willian. He hasn't played bad when I've seen him, especially when he came on against Cardiff. He was quality.
Yeah, I agree.
So I mean, I'd welcome it.
I mean, what else we got to talk about here? We've spoken about that.
Rudiger and Wada.
Yes!
Yeah.
Rudiger and Wada.
I love Rudiger, man.
Mate, he's a fucking solid brick wall and too many people slag him off.
And he's the first one to back it. Anytime there's a player and any issue, he's always the first one to stand up for them.
Yeah. I mean, half the time he's the one involved in the issue.
The big thing that I was saying a few weeks ago is I didn't feel there was a team. This team had leaders and characters in it.
Yeah, we're seeing it more and more now.
We're seeing Rudiger's really taken up that front, and he's proven his worth.
It's like what I keep on saying with Rudiger. Lately, with his character and his charisma and his leadership, I got a nickname for him, Desai Junior.
I like that.
I call him in that because, like Desai, he was a strong, solid rock at the back, and Desai was a character. Desai had charisma, he had leadership. And big Tony Rudiger is starting to show signs of that.
Well, I mean, to be honest, I think if you were to take Luis out of that back four for the games going forward, I mean, Christensen today,
he had a positive performance. I'd say he had a decent performance.
Then we kept a clean sheet, didn't we? So
yeah, I mean, so I think it'll be interesting to see how all of that would develop as well. I mean, Chris will potentially go in. People may not like the fact that we slag off David Luiz, however, he is a liability currently.
Yeah.
But look, at the end of the day,
he'll play it. It looks like he'll play on Sunday.
He'll play on Sunday, but I think we can safely say that Rudiger's probably one of the first names on the team sheet consistently.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, what happened there? So for the people that didn't see it, basically Rudiger, I thought it was a bell tap, but apparently it wasn't.
Yeah, he slapped his hand
down.
He slapped his hand down, and then the guy went and grabbed Rudiger by the face,
and the throat,
and then Rudiger basically turned and squared up to him. And basically made him his bitch. So to be frank, I mean, to be honest, that makes sense. But let's now we've spoken about the game. I mean, we pretty much covered all the bases with that.
Yeah.
Let's look forward to the West Ham game.
Oh, mate, I can't wait for that.
Okay, but what we're going to do is we'll talk about that in the next video. Obviously, this is going out now. West Ham video, the preview with this, because I quite like this concept, so I'm going to run with it for the evening and see what we can do. But yeah, listen, make sure you check out the West Ham Casting Couch preview. Maybe not Casting Couch, I need to come up with a better name. But anyway, guys, make sure you watch that West Ham preview. That will be out on Saturday. And we'll see you guys in a bit. Make sure you subscribe. Follow Jordini on Twitter. @MyGuyRudy. Follow Lewis on Twitter. And obviously follow his personal channel as well. Your hair is really soft.
I know, I get it a lot.
Is this the casting couch for real now?
Let's do that. And then obviously follow Jack on his socials as well if he decides your hair's not so soft, but we'll run with it.
What? I washed it today.
And then Scott, have you got anything you want to shout out? You on Twitter or anything?
Yeah, just my Instagram, Snapchat, ScottyP120.
And
also shout out to @DecisiveDave. With an X instead of an A for the Dave.
Oh yeah, you answered this question the other week, didn't you?
Oh yeah, I think we did actually.
Alright, speaking of that, Starbucks Corner will be out tomorrow as well. Had some issues with all that kind of stuff, but yeah, sound. Peace and love, guys. Make sure you subscribe to 100% Chelsea. All social media links down in the description. Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, and Instagram. Follow my socials as well. Everyone's else's socials here as well will be down in the description. And see you soon. That was easy.
Sweet.
It's funny trying to watch Arsenal play football.